Come on in, come on in, come on in. So I am about to give you guys your Nearpod code for today. Hey, Cameron. Hey, Rashad. Mr. Burks. So I am going to put up the Nearpods for today. This is the code for today. It is GCXAZ. Once you guys get in, give me the good thumbs up. Once you guys get in, give me a thumbs up. Nearpod, open up another tab. The code is GCXAZ. I'm gonna keep that up when you guys come in. Just go ahead and just get that code entered into Nearpod. Come on in, come on in. The code is GCXAZ. Thank you guys for taking the initiative in the chat and posting the code. Thank you so much. I love it when you take on those leadership roles. I love it. Still waiting on a few more thumbs. I don't want to leave anyone out. The code is GCXAZ. Those thumbs are rolling in. It's so good to see so many of you guys in class today. GCXAZ. Going to give you guys about 30 more seconds. Then we're going to move on. All right, here we go. So today, guys, we are going to be focusing on chapter 3 of Pippi Longstocking. But as we go throughout the day and as we end the day, I want you guys to remember to have a beautiful day. I want you guys to take the time to enjoy the wonder and the beauty of each moment. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. So remember our class expectations. Remember to, let's see. Let me do a step back. Jalea, do you mind unmuting your microphone and reading the class expectations for today?
Please mute myself when you had the avoid distract backgrounds or actions. Chat used for the school. Follow directions. Time giving. Be respectful of each other. Make smart choices. Learning. Be happy in each other.
All right. So thank you, Jalea, So remember to mute your microphones only except when you have the floor. So if I have someone to speak, that's the time for you to unmute your microphone. Please remember that I am monitoring whose microphone is on. After three warnings, I will remove you from class. All right, because we have to make sure we're avoiding distracting backgrounds or action. Remember, if you have any questions, direct them into the chat box. At this point, it's learning time, so we do not want to have any excess conversations going on. Remember to follow directions the first time given and quickly. Be respectful of each other and any and all adults. Make sure to make those smart choices. Let's keep our learning community happy. And remember to encourage each other. Just like we did in the classroom when we encourage each other, we still want to do that same thing inside of our virtual classroom. We still want to make sure that everyone feels welcome to participate. We still want to encourage each other. All right, let's move on. So I want to give a huge shout out. And I want to give a huge thank you to everyone that came to class on yesterday and actively participated. I want to say that you guys rock and don't you forget it. All right, so I'm going to do a little memory test. So I am going to unshare my screen because you guys like to look and see what I'm doing. Then you guys want to do it too. So I'm going to unshare my screen. Well, I'm gonna let you guys do it. Once you guys finish, let me know how many moves it took you guys before you completed it. Let me know how many moves it took you guys to complete it. Now I'm gonna try to beat you guys. Oh, somebody said 8, 10, 11. 11. I see another 8, another 11. $12, 9, 14. All right, let me do a try. Let's see. Oh, I remember where that one was at. Ugh. All right, I'm moving. Hold on, I remember seeing that. Let me see. I got 10 moves. All right. So let's move on. All right. So Tyranny, can you unmute your microphone? And do you mind reading the agenda for today?
Agenda. Read chapter 3. Determine the meaning of the word. Determine the meaning of the word. Define by
Simile.
Identify a smile.
Simile.
Simile. Identify a simile and tell what it means and create our own simile. Update digital interactive notebooks.
Great job. So today, guys, we're going to read chapter 3 of Pippi Longstocking. We're going to determine the meaning of a word. We're going to define simile, identify a simile. You guys are going to tell me what that simile means, And you guys are going to create your own similes. And we're going to also update our digital interactive notebook with artifacts from chapter 3, right? Thank you. So let's activate our prior knowledge. Let's activate our prior knowledge. Matthew, can you unmute your microphone and read our activate prior knowledge? Matthew Bashirs. What about Parker Jones? Parker, can you unmute your microphone and read our activate prior knowledge?
We read
the
first
chapters
of
of
Pippi
Pippi
Longstocking
and
and discuss the
discuss the
characters that have been
introduced
introduced
up
up to
to
this point
this
in the
point
book.
in the book.
All right, so thank you, Parker. So we know that we have read the first 2 chapters of Pippi Longstocking. We discussed the characters that have been introduced up to this point. And today we're going to look at new characters that's going to be in chapter 3. But we know who our antagonist is, okay? Remember we talked about the antagonist and the protagonist. Who can tell me what's in your chat box? If you guys remember, who's the protagonist? Who's the protagonist? Remember we talked about the protagonist being our what? Who's the protagonist? Remember we talked about our protagonist being our, ooh, it's coming in. Thank you, Rashad. Rashad said Pippi is our protagonist. Remember our protagonist deals with our main character. That's the good guy. Good. I see it coming in and rolling. Good. And we also talked about our antagonist. Our antagonist is kind of like our bad guy. So who can think of a character in chapter 2? It was someone we talked about in chapter 2 that was our antagonist. Who was that? What was his name? Anybody remember his name? If you can't remember his name, give me a character trait that describes him. Ooh, someone said the bully. Yes, the bully. Someone said mean. Ooh, Anaya. You are absolutely right. Yeah. All right, so remember our protagonist is our good guy. Our antagonist is our bad guy, okay? So let's keep rolling. So today I have a video that I want to share with you guys, but I want to share it with you because I want to make sure that I want to give you guys a visual, kind of give just a little visual of what's going on in Pippi Longstocking, okay? So I want to go to just one part, and I want you guys to tell me when I finish playing this part, why is this part so important, okay? So we're going to watch the video. After we watch the quick video, it's going to be a quick little snippet. We're going to watch the video and tell me why is this part so important. Uh-oh, it says not able to play. All right.
This is Mr. Nelson. I think he really.
So what I want you guys to do at this
Mother
point,
was an angel.
if you can hear it, give me a thumbs up. If you can't hear it, just tell me no. I'm not playing anything right now. I want to make sure everyone can hear. All right. All right. So here we go.
Truth. They start lying when they wake up in the morning and they go on until sunset. Wow, this place is like a jungle. By the way, I'm Tommy, and this is Annika. What's your name? I'm Pippi. Pippi Longstocking. And this is Mr. Nilsson. I think he really likes you. Come on in. Let's have pancakes. Why do you keep a horse on the veranda? Well, he'd be in the way in the kitchen, and he doesn't like the living room. First, we start with a happy heart.
I'm going to stop it there. With what I just showed you guys, who can tell me why is that little snippet so important? I'm going to exit out. Why is that snippet important? What's so important about that snippet? You guys can put it in the chat box. Ooh, I like it, Jalea. Jalea said because it tells us about the characters and what Pippi does. Okay, good. Keep them coming, keep it coming. It said because it tells us about Pippi. Come on, come on. What else? What about Steven? Steven Cruz, are you on? Can you unmute your microphone and tell me why that snippet was important? Why do you think it was important? What about Kentrell Royal? Kentrell, can you tell me why that snippet was important? All right. What about Tiana? Tiana, if you are on, can you tell me why that snippet was important? What about Tyranny? Tyranny, if you're on, can you tell me why that snippet was important?
That snippet was important because it tells us who the characters are.
Hmm? It did. It introduced our characters, our two characters with Tommy and Annika. It introduced those two. Good. So let's move on. Alex Richard, if you were on, can you read our objective for today?
I can read chapter 2 of Pippi Longstocking.
Chapter 3.
I know how to identify. I know how to define. I know words based on context. So that I would be able to identify characters using their words, thoughts, and actions.
All right. Thank you, Alex. So let's look at that. It says, I can read chapter 3 of Pippi Longstocking. I know how to define unknown words based on context so that I will be able to identify characters using their words, their thoughts, and their actions. So here's my question for you guys. I want you guys to create your learning goal for today using today's objective, and I want you guys to add it in the chat box, okay? So create your learning goal based off of the objective. What is our learning goal for today? I'm going to give you guys about 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, and begin. It's okay, Contrail. Go ahead and put in your learning objective for today. What is our goal for today? Melissa says to learn about Pippi. Look at that objective. That means what's our goal for today? We are going to learn some more information about Pippi. We are going to do that. Ooh, someone says to define unknown words. We're going to do that. Keep it coming, keep it coming. Someone says to read chapter 3 of Pippi Long and dig deep. Oh, I love that. I love that, dig deep. Someone, keep them coming, keep them coming. I like. I'm going to give you guys about 30 more seconds to add in that, to add in your learning goal. What is our learning goal for today? All right, guys, you guys are absolutely correct. So let's dig deeper into this objective. First thing first, it said, I can read chapter 3 of Pippi Longstocking. So we know that we're going to be reading chapter 3 today when it with our story Pippi Longstocking. It said, I know how to define unknown words. When we define something, we're telling the meaning of something. So we know we're going to be looking at those unfamiliar words, and we're going to be using context clues, right? So we're going to be using context clues today to figure out the meaning of unknown words. And also, we're going to identify characters using their words, their thoughts, and their actions. So we're going to be doing not a lot, but not a lot, okay? All right, let's move on. So let's prepare. So today we're going to read chapter 3. We're going to update our digital notebook. But in order for us to make this work, I need you guys to be courageous. That means be brave. And let's use our brain power. And I need you guys to be attentive, okay? Make sure you are listening. So whenever I ask those questions, we'll be able to answer those questions. All right? So before you read, up until this point in the story, Pippi Longstocking has not been to school. She has not attended anyone's school. But in today's reading, that may change. So here's a question. What do you think would be one great thing about not having to attend school? Just put it in the chat box. What's one great thing about not having to attend school? I want you guys to give me a good thing about not having to attend school and give me a bad thing about not having to attend school. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to get that into the chat box, right? Oh, thank you, Jalissa. So what's a great thing about not having to attend school and a bad thing about not having to? Okay. Someone said that spending time with family, not having to attend school. But think about Pippi. Does Pippi have a family? But that was your answer. But I'm just thinking about Pippi. Your answer is good. Don't change it. But I'm just thinking about in the terms of Pippi. Someone said they can have more time to do more things. Someone said travel and go on an adventure. But we know Pippi is full of adventures, right? Ashley, that is your first warning. Or someone said a bad reason is not to be able to learn. That's true. So we want to learn, right? The bad thing is she would not learn anything. The good thing is she could spend more time with her friends. Okay. Good. Someone say sleeping.
No.
Someone
Would
say
you the more? I don't care.
all right, let's move on. All right, so as you read, as always, I want you guys to make sure you are reading and noting any thoughts, words, and actions of the characters. I want you to write down any words that you don't know but do not define them. And as we are reading, the same way you guys would formulate your own questions in the classroom as we are reading, you guys can also formulate your own questions in the chat box. So as we're reading, if it's a question that you would like for me to ask the class, just put it in the chat box and I'll be more than happy to read your question out to the class. Okay, let's begin. So today we are focusing on chapter 3. In chapter 3, the title says, Pippi plays tag with some policemen. Pippi plays tag with some policemen. Now, let's make a prediction. Let's make a prediction. Let's predict, what do we think chapter 3 is going to be about? I'm going to give you 1 minute to do that in the chat box. Let's make a prediction. What do you predict chapter 3 is going to be about? You guys have some really good answers about the good and the bad. What do you think, chapter? Someone said her going to school. Okay, Rashawn. I see you rolling, rolling, rolling. Dylan says it's about police. Someone said having a fight. Someone said prediction, playing tag with a policeman. Christian said that. Keep on rolling, guys. You guys are rolling, rolling, rolling. Carlos said her playing with a policeman. Anaya says Pippi is going to play tag with the policeman. Tyranny says playing with the policeman. playing tag with a policeman. All right. So let's dig deep, as someone stated. Someone said she have to go to school. All right. Let's find out if your predictions are correct. Here we go. Pippi plays tag with some policemen. It soon became known throughout the little town that a 9-year-old girl was living all by herself in Villa Villacula. And all the ladies and gentlemen in the town thought this would never do. All children must have someone to advise them, and all children must go to school and learn the multiplication tables. Now, Miss Darrensbury would love to hear that, right? So the ladies and gentlemen decided that the little girl in Villacula must immediately be placed in the children's home. One lovely afternoon, Pippi had invited Tommy and Annika over for afternoon coffee and peppercorn. She had spread the party out on the front step. It was so sunny and beautiful there, and the air was filled with the fragrance of the flowers in Pippi's garden. Mr. Nelson climbed around on the porch railing, and every now and then the horse stuck out his head so that he'd be invited to have a cookie. Oh, isn't it glorious to be alive? Said Pippi, stretching out her legs as far as she could reach. Just at that moment, 2 police officers in full uniform came in through the gate. Now let's go back to what Pippi said. Pippi said, "Oh, isn't it glorious to be alive?" In the chat box, I want you guys to tell me, do you agree with Pippi? Do you agree that it's glorious to be alive? Just give me a thumbs up. Who agrees with Pippi with that statement? Isn't it glorious to be alive? Who agrees? Isn't it glorious to be alive? Christian Robertson, could you unmute your microphone and tell me why you agree with Pippi saying that?
I agree with Pippi saying. I agree with saying that because some people aren't on Earth.
All right, that's good. Some people are not on Earth. All right, is there anyone who would like to add on? Good job. Is there anyone who would like to add on? If you want to add on, just say add or add on. All right, let's give Christian a positive emoji in the chat box. Let's give her something positive. Thank you, Christian. I agree with Pippi. I definitely feel like it's glorious to be alive. All right, let's move on. At this point, we are here at hooray. Hooray, said Pippi. This must be my lucky day too. Policemen are the very best things I know, next to rhubarb pudding. And with her face beaming, she went to meet them. Is this the girl who has moved into Villa Villacula? Asked one of the policemen. Quite the contrary, said Pippi. This is a tiny little auntie who lives on the 3rd floor at the other end of town. She said that only because she wanted to have a little fun with the policemen, but they didn't think it was funny at all. They said she shouldn't be such a smarty. And then they went on to tell her that some nice people in the town were arranging for her to get into a children's home. I already have a place in a children's home, said Pippi. What? Asked one of the policemen. Has it been arranged already then? What children's home? This one, said Pippi haughtily. I am a child, and this is my home. Therefore, it is a children's home, and I have room enough here, plenty of room. Dear child, said the policeman, smiling, you don't understand. You must get into a real children's home and have someone look after you. Is one allowed to bring horses to your children's home? Asked Pippi. No, of course not, said the policeman. That's what I thought, said Pippi sadly. Well, what about monkeys? Of course not. You ought to realize that. Well then, said Pippi, you'll have to get kids from your children's home somewhere else. I certainly don't intend to move there. Let's put a pin right there. And I'm going to ask you guys a question. Why do you think Pippi does not want to go to a children's home? Ooh, someone says she's optimistic. That Pippi is something else. Why do you think she doesn't want to go to the children's home? So you would have to get your children's home somewhere, your kids for your children's home somewhere else. Why did she say that? Someone says she loves her freedom and she do what she wants. We know Pippi definitely does what she wants to do. That is true. All right, let's move on. Uh-oh. Oh, someone says she has her own home in town that has plenty of room. Someone says she loves her freedom, Daniela. Malia says she got a home, and wherever they're trying to take her, she can't take her horse and her monkey. Rashad said because she has a home and she is debating. Pippi like, she loves to be free. Good, y'all are rolling today. Good job. All right, let's move on. She says, we're right here at but. We are here. It says, but don't you understand that you must go to school? Why? To learn some things, of course. What sort of things? Asked Pippi. All sorts, said the policeman. Lots of useful things. The multiplication tables, for instance. I have got along fine without any multiplication tables for 9 years, said Pippi. And I guess I'll get along without it from now on, too. Yes, but just think how embarrassing it would be for you to be so ignorant. Imagine when you grow up and somebody else asks you what the capital of Portugal is and you can't answer. Let's look at this word ignorant. What do you think that word means? Let's use the clues around that word. Let's define that word ignorant. He said yes, but that's just how embarrassing it would be for you to be so ignorant. Imagine when you grow up and somebody asks you what the capital of Portugal is and you can't answer. What do you think in the chat box? Can you tell me what do you think the word ignorant means? What do you think the word ignorant means? Someone says lack of knowledge. She said yes, but just think how embarrassing it would be for you to be so ignorant. Imagine when you grow up, somebody asks you what's the capital of Portugal and you can't answer. Let's use those clues to figure out what does the word ignorant mean. So we know Pippi is not in school. We know she's not in school. Someone says not knowing. So we know that Pippi is not in school. And the policeman is telling her about those multiplication tables. And we see Pippi can't even say multiplication tables, right? She says multiplication tables. Then he goes on and tell her, you really need to go to school because just think about how embarrassing it would be for you to be ignorant. Then he goes on and tell her, use some more clues around the word. Imagine when you grow up and somebody asks you what the capital of Portugal is and you can't answer. So what does the word ignorant mean? Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Keep the chat box rolling. All right, so when we think about that word ignorant, someone said it when they said it means lack of knowledge. That's exactly what it means. It means that it says, but just how embarrassing would it be to be so ignorant? How embarrassing would it be to just not know? You have lack of knowledge or just uneducated. Okay, let's move on. She says, Pippi says, and we are starting here at O. She says, oh, I can answer all that, said Pippi. I'll answer like this. If you are so bound and determined to find out what the capital of Portugal is, then for goodness sake, write directly to Portugal and ask. Yes, but don't you think that you would be sorry not to know it for yourself? Oh, probably, said Pippi. No doubt I should lie awake nights and wonder, what in the world is the capital of Portugal? But one can't be having fun all the time, she continued, bending over and standing on her hands for a change. For that matter, I've been in Lisbon with my papa, she added, still standing upside down, for she could talk that way too. But then, one of the policemen said that Pippi certainly didn't need to think she could just do as she pleased. She must come to the children's home and immediately. He went up to her and took hold of her arm, but Pippi freed herself quickly, touched him lightly, and said, "Tack." Uh-oh. Y'all, let's make a prediction. Let's stop right there. How do you think that police feels? He's trying to grab her arm, and Pippi think he playing. Let's make a prediction. What do you think is about to happen? What do you think is about to happen? Let's stop right there. Police grab Pippi arm. Pippi thinks that the policeman is trying to play. So she tells him, tag, you're it. So what do you think is about to happen? Let's make a prediction. Put it in the chat. Someone said she might get in trouble, Jalea. And Drink said he gonna take her to jail. Parker said the man's gonna run after Pippi. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them rolling. Keep them rolling. People say, tag. Someone says jail. Someone says the children's home. Ashley said the children's home. Carlos said jail. Daniela said the run. She thinks the man is going to run after Pippi. All right, let's find out. We're going to pick up where my red mark is. She said, before he could wink an eye, she had climbed up on the porch railing, and from there onto the balcony above the porch, the policemen couldn't quite see themselves getting up the same way. So they rushed into the house and up the stairs, but by the time they had reached the balcony, Pippi was halfway up the roof. She climbed up the shingles almost as if she were a little monkey herself. In a moment, she was up on the ridgepole and from there jumped easily to the chimney. Down on the balcony stood the two policemen, scratching their heads, and on the lawn stood Tommy and Annika, staring at Pippi. Isn't it fun to play tag? Cried Pippi. And weren't you nice to come over? It certainly is my lucky day too. After the policeman had stood there a while, wondering what to do, they went and got a ladder, leaned it against one of the gables of the house, and then climbed up. First one policeman and then the other to get Pippi down. They looked a little scared when they climbed out on the ridgepole and carefully balancing themselves went step by step towards Pippi. Don't be scared, cried Pippi. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's just fun. When the policemen were a few steps away from Pippi, down she jumped from the chimney and screeching and laughing ran along the ridgepole to the opposite gable. A few feet from the house stood a tree. Now I'm going to dive, she cried and jumped right down into the green crown of the tree. Caught hold of a branch, swung back and forth a while, and then let herself fall to the ground. Quick as wink, she dashed around to the other side of the house and took away the ladder. The policemen had looked a little foolish when Pippi jumped, but they looked even more so when they had balanced themselves backward along the ridgepole and were about to climb down the ladder. At first, they were very angry at Pippi, who stood on the ground looking up at them. And they told her in no uncertain terms to get the ladder and be quick about it, or she would soon get something she wasn't looking for. What do you think they're talking about? First off, let me ask you guys this question. How do you think the policemen feel right now? Pippi already done told them tag. Now she done took them all up and down the house, everywhere. So how you think the policemen feel right now? Somebody say fool, sad, angry. Someone said, I don't think he'll take a nine. Gonna take a 9-year-old to jail. Someone says curious. The policemen feel curious. So if you were a policeman, put yourself in a policeman's shoes, and you're dealing with Pippi, how would you feel? Let me ask that one out. Let me see, Lenardrick. If you were the policeman and you were in their situation right now, how would you feel, Lenardrick? Can you unmute your microphone, Lenardrick?
I would feel mad
Why? Say why you would feel mad.
because Pippi came up and
Why would you feel mad? I see someone who agree with you about being mad, which is Jalissa. Thank you, Lenardrick. Jalissa, you agree with Lenardrick. You said you would be mad. Jalissa, can you unmute your microphone and tell me why you would be mad? Jalissa? Let's see who else said mad. What about Andrique? Andrique, you also said mad. Why would you feel mad, Andrique? Why would you feel mad if you were the policeman?
I'll be
mad
mad because she
she'll
playing
with
with
me.
me. And
So you would feel mad because you would feel like Pippi was playing with you as a policeman. Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
All right, I see someone says played. Anaya Thomas said play. Anaya, can you tell me why you would feel played? Thank you for muting your microphones after you finish speaking. Anaya, can you tell me why you would feel played? I like that word, played. So let me see. I want to know why you would feel played. Anaya? What about someone else said played as well? What about okay, your mic's not working? Okay. What about someone else said played. Let's see who that was. What about you, Tyranny? You said played. Why would you feel played?
I'll feel mad because she could be all around her house.
So you ain't feeling that, huh? You're not feeling going all up and down that house, right? All right, let's continue. We are here at why. Why are you so cross at me? Asked Pippi reproachfully. We're just playing tag, aren't we? The policeman thought a while, and at last, one of them said, "Oh, come on. Won't you be a good girl and put the letter back so we can get down? Of course I will, said Pippi, and put the letter back instantly. And when you get down, we can all drink coffee and have a happy time. But the policemen were certainly tricky because the minute they were down on the ground again, they pounced on Pippi and cried, "Now you'll get it, you little brat." "Oh no, I'm sorry. I haven't time to play any longer," said Pippi, "but it was fun." Then she took hold of the policemen by their belt and carried them down the garden path, out through the gate and onto the street. There she set them down, and it was quite some time before they were ready to get up again. "Wait a minute," she cried, and ran into the kitchen and came back with 2 cookie hearts. "Would you like a taste?" she asked. It doesn't matter that they are a little burned, does it? Oh, so we know at this point, Pippi done escorted the men out. Then she's trying to offer them some burnt cookies. Okay, so let's keep going. Then she went back to Tommy and Annika, who stood there wide-eyed and just couldn't get over what they had seen. And the policeman hurried back to the town and told all the ladies and gentlemen that Pippi wasn't quite fit for a children's home. Let's put a pin right there. Why do you think those policemen, think about the beginning of the story. You see a little change, right? You see at the beginning of the story that the policemen, they wanted to take Pippi to the children's home. But now we see a shift, right? And the shift that we see is that at this point, they're like, no. Everybody, let me tell you, that little girl Pippi Longstocking, she not fit for children's home. So, can you tell me why you think that they went back and said that Pippi wasn't quite fit for a children's home? Can you put that in the chat, please? Why do you think the policeman said that? That she's not quite a fit for the children's home. Tell me why. Tell me why do you think they said that? Dylan said they were scared. Dylan, you think they were scared? Somebody said because she grown. I do think Pippi is a little. She's a little. How they said she's a little too much for her age. Someone says Pippi would not. Tierney said Pippi would not be able to be there at the children's home because she was taking them all around her house and she made them chase her and she was kicking. Yes, that Pippi was something. Keep it rolling, guys. Keep my chat box rolling. Why do you think the policeman said that Pippi wasn't quite fit for the children's home? That's the question. Why wasn't she quite fit for the children's home? Someone said because she wasn't ready for jail, because she is playful, like a dog. Then policemen say, Pippi, Jaleel said Pippi would not be a good fit because she dragged them around her house and she's too grown for her age. That Pippi's something. What about them burnt cookies. And y'all, look, you guys already know how Pippi get down or when she cooks. So we know that I'm sure, with the pancakes, she used the when she did her pancakes, she used her little bath scrub, right? We know when she made her cookies, we know what she made them at. So I'm sure that them cookies wasn't only just burnt, but I'm sure there was a little gritty too. So I want to say she is too hype. She is too hype and active. All right, guys. So let's keep let's keep moving. We are here at they. I'll close it out. It says they didn't tell that they had been up on the roof, and the ladies and gentlemen decided that it would be best after all to let Pippi remain in Villa Villacuna. And if she wanted to go to school, she could make the arrangement herself. But Pippi and Tommy and Annika had a very pleasant afternoon. They went back to their interrupted coffee party. Pippi stuffed herself with 14 cookies, and then she said, they weren't what I mean by real policemen. No, sirree. Altogether, too much talk about children's homes and notifications and listen. Afterwards, she lifted the horse down on the ground and they rode on him, all three. At first, Annika was afraid and didn't want to. And when she saw what fun Tommy and Pippi were having, she let Pippi lift her up on the horse's back. The horse trotted round and round in the garden, and Tommy sang, here come the sweetest with a clang and a bang. When Tommy and Annika had gone to bed that night, Tommy said, Annika, do you think it's good that Pippi moved here? Oh, yes, said Annika. I don't even remember what we used to play before she came. Do you? Oh, sure. We played croquet and things like that, said Annika. But it's lots more fun with Pippi around, I think, and with horses and things. So, let's think about it. Let's think about how Tommy and Annika's lives have changed since Pippi has been a part of their lives. So, do you guys think it's a good idea that Pippi moved in and became a part of Tommy and Annika's lives? Let's answer that question in the chat box. Um do you guys think that Pippi is a good fit to live next door to Tommy and Annika? Everybody say yes. Somebody says yes. Yes. All right, Michaela, can you unmute your microphone and tell me why you said yes?
I say yes because Pippi lived alone and she had nobody to play with or talk to. And then when Tommy and um
Keep going.
when she met Tommy and the Pia, she had somebody to talk to and play with, and she wasn't alone anymore.
All right. Good job. Thank you. Malia, can you unmute your microphone and tell me why you said yes? I love the way my chat box is looking. Can you unmute your microphone and tell me why you said yes? Malia Turner, why do you think that Pippi is a good fit to stay on the side of Tommy and Annika? What about Anaya? Anaya, can you say something, Anaya? I see some yeses and I see some no. Anaya, I just read yours off. Anaya said yes because Tommy and Annika didn't have friends when Pippi wasn't next door to them. Um, Tyranny had a change of heart. Tyranny said, Tyranny disagreed. Tyranny said, I don't think it's a good idea. She came because she is tricky and she's too grown for her age. And she make everything work. Just think about this, guys. We are in chapter 3. We are in chapter 3. And just with us being in chapter 3, Pippi, Tommy, and Annika has done a lot, right? Just in chapter 3. In chapter 2, they were trying to become theme finders, right? They were trying to get an old man, lock him up in the rabbit cage. That was what Pippi wanted to do with him. Then Pippi ended up beating up 5 boys for being bullies. Can we I think with that I think when Pippi did that, I wouldn't count Pippi out because Pippi didn't like that those boys were trying to bully that one little boy. And she said 5-on-1. Pippi didn't like that. And now we know in chapter 3, Pippi is not in school. And we know that she also sent these policemen on a wild goose chase, right? So, some of you guys said that, yes, she's a good fit to stay on side of Annika and Tommy because they didn't have friends. And I would agree with that as well because we can tell that when at the end of the stories, they're thinking about what did we even used to play before Pippi came, right? And they say, oh, we played croquet and things like that. And they stated that, but it's lots more fun with Pippi around, all right? So just imagine if you were in Tommy and Annika's position, and there's a little girl your age that comes, and close to your age, that comes and stay on the side of you. They got a monkey, they got a horse, they got a house to themselves. They don't have any parents, and every day is an adventure for Pippi. All right. So we know that Pippi enjoys her life, right? So before I move on, someone said they don't know. Amani, can you unmute your microphone and tell me why you don't know? You said yes, then you said I don't know. So let me hear your thinking, Amani Smith. Then we're gonna move on.
I think it's I don't know. No, cause she makes a ruckus sometimes, and sometimes she's good. I don't really know if it's her house or not.
Okay. Okay. All right, so let's move on to vocabulary. Let's look at this word. This is a sentence from the text. And I want you guys to tell me, what do you think this word means immediately? It says, but then one of the policemen said that Pippi certainly didn't need to think she could do just as she pleased. She must come to the children's home and immediately. What do you think the word immediately means? Let's look at the word immediately. What do you think that word immediately means?
I think the word immediately means as soon as possible.
Okay, Jace, can you put it in the chat? And whenever it's time to speak, I'm going to make sure I call on you, okay? Put it in the chat. And you'll be the person that I call to answer that question because you was enthused. Ooh, you was ready for that one. I'm going to let you answer it. Okay. Oh, my chat box is rolling. But I'm not going to read any off because I want to see if we agree or disagree with Jace. All right, Jace, are you ready? What do you think the word immediately means? All right, I'm ready for you, Jace. What do you think it means? You can unmute your microphone, Jace. The floor is yours. You guys are giving some good answers. All right, Ask Bell. All right, Jace, are you ready to answer? All right, what about Ashley? Ashley, what do you think the word immediately means?
I think it means.
You think it means what? I didn't catch the end. I'm sorry.
I think it means to I think it means to fast.
To do something fast. Okay.
Yeah, Mr. I'm ready to answer.
You ready?
I'm ready to answer.
You ready? Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, Ashley. Hold on, because Ashley was speaking. I want to make sure I tell Ashley that thank you, Ashley, so much for answering that question. Okay. Now, Jace, can you tell me what you think the word
I think the word means as soon as possible.
So we got as soon as possible. Someone says fast. Let's see. All right, Tierney. What do you? If it's a word that if you already see your word, just go ahead and tell me if you agree or disagree. We have someone that said as soon as possible. We have someone that says fast. Christian Robinson, can you unmute your microphone and give me your answer?
My answer is right now.
All right, we have right now. So we have Christian with right now, Ashley with fast, Jace with ASAP. If you agree with all of those answers, show them some love in the chat box. Because when you think about the word immediately, it does mean like instantly, like right now. ASAP, okay? All right, so let's think about those similes, okay? Just like we talked about in the classroom, remember those similes. Remember, similes compares two things using the word like or as, okay? Say it again. Similes compares two things using like or as. All right, I'm going to say it one more time. Similes compares two things using like or as. All right. So remember when we talk about similes, the author used this type of figurative language, okay? Because similes are considered figurative language. And remember how Miss Stewart always tell you guys, it's always good to visualize what's happening in the story. Don't just read to read, but read to make sure you can also understand what's going on and make sure you can kind of have a visualization of what's going on. All right? So similes are very important because we know once again that the similes compares two things using the words like or as. All right, so just to get this example from the story, it says, quick as a wink, she dashed around to the other side of the house and took away the ladder. So we know something is going on. It's a quick as a wink. All right. So who are they talking about? Who is talking about? Quick as a wink, she dashed around to the other side of the house and took away the ladder. So we know two things are being compared. Two things are being talked about. What are two things that are being talked about? What is being compared to what? Quick as a wink, she dashed around to the other side of the house and took away the ladder. So someone says Pippi. But what is Pippi being compared to? Pippi is being compared to a what? Because remember when it talks about similes, similes compares two things. So we know one of those things is Pippi. Pippi is being compared to a what? We also know it's a simile because it used the word as. All right? It used the word as. But we know two things are being compared. What's being compared? Pippi is being compared to a what? It says, quick as a wink, she dashed around to the other side of the house and took away the ladder. So you think Pippi is being compared to the ladder? Quick as a wink. Think about when you wink. Ugh. See Miss Stewart trying to wink? We know Pippi is being compared to something. What is it? Quick as a wink, she dashed around to the other side of the house and took away the ladder. We know Pippi, you guys got that right. Pippi is being compared to something. What is she being compared to? Ooh. Quick as a wink. So we know we have a simile because it's comparing two things. You guys said Pippi. We know it's talking about Pippi. But my question was, what is Pippi being compared to? All right, my answers are coming in, guys. So Pippi is being compared to a wink. All right, y'all see this little kind of wink? Wink. All right, so we know that a wink is being compared to Pippi, but it says quick as a wink. Now, can you guys tell me what does that mean? Let's take it up a notch. So we know that two things are being compared. A wink is being compared to Pippi. But what does that mean? Quick as a wink, she dashed around to the other side of the house and took away the ladder. What does that mean? What does that mean? Quick as a wink, she dashed around to the other side of the house and took away the ladder. What does that mean? We know that Pippi is being compared to a wink. But what is that? What does that sentence mean or that statement mean? Those answers coming in. Boom, boom. Look at Miss Stewart wink. Uh-oh. Y'all see me winking? Hmm. Quick as a wink, she dashed around to the other side of the house and took away the ladder. What does that mean? Yes, you guys are smart, 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 smart. It means that she was moving how? All right. Kirsten, can you unmute your microphone and tell me what does this simile mean?
That means
Means
that she went
that she
very
went very
Now, it does mean she went very fast. Now, what evidence proves that? What evidence from this sentence proves that she went very fast? You got it.
the word
the
that
word that.
Woo! You better go, girl. She said dash. The word dash. And quick as a wink, she dashed around to the other side of the house and took away the ladder. So we know that when it comes down to similes compares, let's do it. Similes compares two things using the word like or as. So we know it says quick as a wink, she dashed. So we know that Pippi is being compared to a wink. But we know with this statement, we know that Pippi moved very fast. All right? Go ahead, y'all. All right, let's move on, move on, move on, move on. All right. So at this point, I want you guys to create a simile. All right? Create a simile to describe Pippi. Miss Stewart's going to give you one. I'm going to give you one. Pippi is as fast as lightning. This is Miss Stewart's example. This is my mom. Okay? But let me step back. Let me do a think aloud. All right? So now Miss Stewart is thinking. In my mind, I know that a simile compares two things using the word like or as. So I know I'm going to talk about Pippi. So I already know one thing that I'm going to compare Pippi to. One thing, something that I'm going to use Pippi to make my comparison. So I want to compare Pippi to Pippi is as fast. Like, right? So this is Miss Stewart's example. Pippi is being compared to lightning. What does that mean? That means she is very fast. All right, Miss Stewart has posted her example. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes. Thank you. Oh, let me do another one. Pippi is oh sir. Let me check you guys out. All right, so she is fast, but honestly, remember to compare it to something. Remember, we're comparing two things. Ooh, someone says Pippi was as fast as a cheetah. Someone say fast as a race car. Ooh, I like this one. Pippi is playful as a monkey. Pippi is fast like a car. I love how you guys are comparing Pippi to something and you're using like or as. Pippi went through the house fast as a cheetah. All right, Donald, remember to give me, you need to compare Pippi to something. Remember when it comes down to a simile, you're comparing two things using the word like or as. So we know we're talking about Pippi. What do you want to compare Pippi to? But make sure you use like or as. Pippi was as fast as a snake, or she was as fast as a snake. Pippi is as Pippi is as wild as a fox. Pippi is as wild as a fox. Pippi is strong as a gorilla. Okay. Pippi is as fast as a lion. She's as fast as lightning. Pippi is as fast. All right, Tim, you say she is as fast, but what is she fast like? Fast like a truck. Ashley, I keep extending on that, Ashley. Pippi is crazy as a monkey. Pippi has more energy than a power blanket. How about Jamarian? Pippi is as energized as a power plant. How about that one? Pippi is as energized as a power plant. Pippi is fast as a dog. Pippi is as scary as the coronavirus. Pippi is playful as a dog. Pippi is as fast as a cheetah. Y'all going so good. Oh, gosh. I love it. I love it. Have one more coming in. Pippi is as fast as a dog. All right. So in closing, you guys did an awesome job. Awesome, 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 awesome. So in this lesson, we continue to read Pippi Longstocking. We learned about Pippi's experience with the policeman, right? And you guys also practiced explaining the meaning of similes, and you actually wrote your own simile. So this is the end of today's lesson. But for homework, this is what I want you guys to do for homework. For homework, I want to make sure that you guys go into your interactive notebooks. All right? Go into your interactive notebooks. While you are in your interactive notebooks, let me open up hers. While you are in your interactive notebook, I want you guys to update your interactive notebook. All right? So I'm going to go to my interactive notebook. While I'm in my interactive notebook, this is Miss Stewart's. We want to make sure we add in chapter 3. On chapter 3. So here we are going to put in chapter 3. And if someone could just tell me in the chat, what is the title of chapter 3? So we're going to put chapter 3, and we're going to add in our title. I think it's like Pippi Plays Tag. And you're going to write it the exact way that it is in the chapter. If it plays tag with policeman. Okay. Thank you, Jalea. All right. So this is what I want you guys to do. Miss Stewart still got to add in. I don't know what happened with my chapter 2. It wouldn't let me write in, type in. But after you guys add in your chapter 3, our next step is to go down your interactive notebook. If you do not have, if your slide is blank, if it is blank, Miss still going to delete hers. If you're at this point, you guys do not have if your interactive notebook looks like this, you want to make sure that your slide is highlighted in yellow. You're going to go to the top and hit the plus sign. That's how you're going to add your new slide. You're going to hit the plus sign here. All right? The plus sign is here. That's how you're going to add in your new slide. It's going to say new slide. Okay? You're going to add a new slide. We're going to call that slide chapter 3. And we're going to add in some pictures, some artifacts. So at this point, guys, if you guys just tell me in the chat, what is something I can add? What are some artifacts that we can gather from chapter 3? What can I add? So I'm going to go to my pictures, insert image. Ooh, someone said a policeman. I'm going to go for search the web. Give me some stuff that I can add. Policeman. And you guys can move your images, minimize them or maximize them. Okay. What's something someone said, a house? We can definitely add a house. That look like some Pippi. Pippi would say. Oh, excuse me. All right, so I'm gonna minimize this one and bring it down here. All right, so this is what I want you guys to do for your interactive notebooks. So this is your homework. So make sure you are updating your interactive notebook. Also, guys, if there is anyone who is interested in becoming if there's anyone who is interested in becoming a teacher leader, like we did in the classroom, I had my teacher leaders. If there's anyone who is just interested in jobs, doing this virtual classroom, just put me so that way I would know who's interested in jobs. If you're interested in either being like a teacher leader or the timekeeper, you don't have to re-edit it. You don't have to re-edit it, Tyranny. Just go ahead and just add in your new slide. All right. So if you are interested in becoming, if you're interested in having a job in a virtual classroom, just please respond with a me. So those would consist of my teacher leaders, because some of our jobs will be getting cut short. Now how we still have the table leaders, the noise monitors, all of that. But because we're doing it virtual, I still want to give you guys your leadership roles, because you guys were doing excellent jobs as fourth grade in becoming leaders. So I still want to make sure you guys are still holding on to those leadership roles. So just respond with me if you're interested in becoming having a job. And from moving forward in our slides every day, I'm going to add in who's going to be my teacher leader. Okay. So great job, guys. Great job. Remember to do your homework tonight. Update those interactive notebooks. Miss Stewart will be checking. I will be leaving comments. You know I will. If I have already left comments, someone said they cannot re-edit. That's okay. If you cannot re-edit because it's probably something like add a picture or add a title. But make sure you guys are updating your interactive notebooks because once I go in and put those comments in, that means I have checked it. And if I've checked it and it's not completed, I will leave those comments. Okay, so make sure we only have, I think, 12 more days left. Okay, so 12 more days left. So make sure we are finishing up these assignments, guys. Okay, so with that being said, I want you guys to have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, and I will meet you guys same place, same time on tomorrow. All right? Have a good day, guys.
Bye, Miss Stewart.
I'm a
Bye.
Stewart.
Bye, guys.
I'm a Stewart.
Bye. Be great, be great, be great.
Bye, Miss Stewart.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later,
See
Miss Stewart.
Bye, Miss
Stewart.
Bye.
Bye, Miss Stewart.
Bye. Have a good day, guys.